What is going on, FA Nation? Jon Impemba here with Andrew Cooper. Welcome into the Fantasy Alarm Game Day live show. It is NFL Week 13. Coop, it is an important week for many. Fantasy football playoffs right around the corner for some. Maybe they start next week. I know some leagues that we answer questions for on Thursday, myself and Bender, already in the fantasy football playoffs. So it is an important time of the year. Got a big bye week next week as well. Bamageddon Part 2. On the calendar for everybody. So we got to help set some lineups this week. And boy, the chat is busy. We got some early questions that came in that we can't put on screen, unfortunately. So we'll be reading those off the YouTube chat before we can start throwing them up on there. So bear with us. We do appreciate you all tuning in. Coop, my buddy, how we doing, man?
I'm doing excellent, man. This is my favorite holiday, my favorite week of the year. And as I tweeted out earlier today, guess what? Because there's no bye weeks, right? Even though there's already been 4 games, there's still more games today than there are next Sunday. Right. So it truly is a Christmas miracle. Thanksgiving miracle. Our Christmas miracle will come when we have
many people on my street already have Christmas lights up, Coop. So it's basically Christmas. Once Thanksgiving is done, Christmas begins.
Yes, the Sirius XM channel is up already with the Christmas music, the lighting of the tree. So, but hey, let's get things popping here. We have so many questions in the chat. I just want to say, let us know, do us a favor, right? I know luckily for us, there weren't like crazy performances. Brock Bowers had a good day. Keenan Allen had a good day, but nobody dropped 50 points, right? The way like Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase each did that one Thursday. Yeah. So nobody's really in an insurmountable hole. And also for the most part, everybody did okay. I mean, I guess if you had Jahmyr Gibbs, maybe you need some extra juice, but for the most part, you should be all set. But let us know with your questions. If you are in a huge hole, if it is a must-win matchup, let us know if it's PPR, half PPR, full PPR. If you have a guy whose last name is Williams, you got to give us a first name. Same goes with B. Robinson, J. Williams. Let us know. Like, there's too many players with those names. So give us the information we need to help you guys so that we can fly through all these and answer every single question you guys have.
Agreed. It is Black Friday week. Last day for our Black Friday sale is today. So don't miss out. FantasyAlarm.com/Black Friday. Save $100 off our annual subscription package with promo code BF24. That comes out to less than $16 a month. Our monthly package, it's like $39.97. So you're getting a massive deal if you sign up for the year. That comes all the way to next Black Friday week, which means we're going to go right through here and have an opportunity for you to get another Black Friday sale next year. So go to FantasyAlarm.com/Black Friday, promo code BF24 to take advantage of this offer. Coop, like I said, we got some questions over on the YouTube channel, not in our current chat, so we'll go ahead and get to those right now. Vader's Chick, first one in here, says, good morning. Herbert or Stafford? I'm going Stafford today for me at the quarterback position over Justin Herbert. Then just got a follow-up tight end question for you, Coop. Otten or Disley?
Yeah, it's still Cade Otten. We got to recognize that, like, people were saying that the Giants weren't a good team versus the tight end. They just had good matchups. But the reality is that last year, Bobby Okereke and Isaiah Simmons were graded out within the top 12 cover linebackers. And this year, once again, they're actually pretty good. So the Giants are a bad matchup. This week, they get the Panthers, which is the best matchup, honestly, for anyone, you know what I mean? But especially for tight ends. I mean, they've been giving up the most points to tight ends. Cade Otten, I'm starting him this week, and if he does well this week, then you can kind of wipe the brow because he also faces the Panthers in championship week. So if you get a good game from Otten this week, just kind of set it on cruise control moving forward. So I'm going Otten over Disney.
Okay. Steve Arnold, DK Metcalf, or Garrett Wilson needs one.
Yeah, I'm actually going to go away from Metcalf here just because the Jets, for all the woes they've had, they are arguably still the best team versus defense in terms of passing yards allowed, right? I mean, it's like it's them, it's the Eagles, it's the Titans. Yeah, if I can go away from Metcalf when he's been banged up, I will. So
then we got a follow-up half PPR, Ingram or Disley?
Ingram, baby. Trevor Lawrence is back. And he got 15 targets over 2 games with Mac Jones. Like, he's still a huge part of the plan.
Lucky Lebo, PPR, need 2 wide receivers, Metcalf, London, or McLaurin?
I like 2 of them. I think I would actually sit Metcalf. I'm definitely starting London, and then you got McLaurin going up against Tennessee. I mean, that is still a tough matchup, but is L'Jarius Sneed going? Last I heard, he was not going. So if Sneed is out, then I'm going to go there.
Yeah, that's fine by me. Again, London a little banged up. Metcalf has the Sauce Gardner matchup, so it's nothing is perfect there. L'Jarius Sneed is
He's been on injured. I think he's not going to
placed on IR.
Yeah.
On IR.
I didn't know if he was back yet. So yeah, with no L'Jarius Sneed, that team is just not as good as they've been against the pass.
Ethan Batterman in here, half point PPR, Disley or Pitts.
So in half point PPR, I lean into athleticism. If this was full PPR, you could make an argument for Disley, but he really is not breaking off any big plays. He's just kind of, he either scores a touchdown or he doesn't. Pitts has 3 40+ yard plays on the year. I still, in any sort of standard or half, I lean into that.
Yep. I just want to give a quick message here. We will get to all of your questions, so please, you only need to enter them in once. Entering them in more than once obviously just takes us a little bit longer to get through the list here. So I promise you, we will get through every question. If you don't hear it answered, make sure you're at least paying attention, but you don't need to enter it in more than once. Follow-up question for Ethan here. Full point PPR, need 2 of JSN, Metcalf, Rashad White, and Khalil Shakir. I don't know if you saw the weather report for Buffalo tonight, but it's going to be white out conditions with wind. They're expecting 2 feet of snow throughout the weekend in Buffalo. So I am pretty much down on most of the players in that game. So probably no Shakir for me of that group. But what are your thoughts here? Jason, Metcalf, White, Shakir.
So honestly, like the over under hasn't come down on that game, which is a little surprising for me that it's still sitting at 44.5. But I do try and steer away from those guys. I don't know, but are you going to start Metcalf and JSN both against the Jets?
No, I think you play Rashad White. And if you're afraid of the Sauce Gardner matchup, play JSN, who's been actually better than Metcalf. So
he's like wide receiver 8 on the season, but he also, he's going to get Michael Carter. There's nowhere to hide against that team. That's
the you had the infamous wasn't the Michael Carter tweet on Keenan Allen back in the day, or was that someone?
That was yeah. But Michael Carter is actually like
stepped up his game since then.
I mean, he like. Again, at the time, that's where the soft spot of the zone was. It wasn't even necessarily against like Michael Carter. Like I just said that. I basically just said that that
Keenan Allen was going to eat.
They were soft over the middle. And Keenan Allen did eat. He caught like 9 passes.
I know.
You know what I mean? But at least Michael Carter didn't respond the way Alontae Taylor did.
That's true.
Some of these guys, some of these slot corners, man, get a little bit dicey. And I'll tell you what, I tell you why I do personally. I think I would start Shakir is that the slot corner for the 49ers, who is very good, just got a $90 million contract. Diamador Lador is out this week. So I'm personally going Shakir. You might need to find the tiebreaker on that one. We usually can come to a consensus, but sometimes every once in a while you got to go find a third party. This might be one of those because I would start Shakir over both the Jets.
Okay. Updated weather report from our guy Kevin Roth over there. Still says winds reaching 20-25 miles an hour, but the snow should be moving out by the time of game time. So
the wind is still more problematic than the snow.
Correct.
Snow
can make it a little sloppy if it's like heavy snow, but it seems like they'll be able to shovel out the field. They'll just be dealing with 20 degrees and wind.
Yeah, so it's just with Shakir, John, the way I look at it, there's no Kincaid. There's no Diamador Lenore.
Sure.
Like if it wasn't for the wind, then the conditions would be perfect. But he's also one of the guys that runs the shorter routes. Sure. So I don't think we have to kill Shakir. Okay. We can kill Keon Coleman and Amari Cooper.
Fair enough. Ethan, follow up again. Brian Robinson, Debo, Devonta, or Najee need one.
I mean, you got to start Brian Robinson today with his setup, right? I mean, no Eckler.
Yeah.
Going up against the Titans. Just one?
Yeah, just one.
Yeah. I think it's got to be him then.
Yeah, I agree with you. I guess if Devonta Smith was active, I could see it against Baltimore, but Robinson's going to get such a workload.
He's nicked up. Debo has not been. He's not been good.
Najee, obviously the Bengals' run defense has been improved since their defensive line got healthy.
Yeah.
So my worry about Brian Robinson is that we just saw Tennessee just shut down Joe Mixon last week. They have a strong run defense themselves.
Yeah, Tennessee D kind of pretty good, but I don't know. I'm sticking with I'm sticking with Brian Robinson. That's not even a player I typically like, but I mean, like he's running the ball well. Like there's no doubt about it. And with no Eckler, I mean, he could actually, and he can catch. He can catch. It's just they've had Eckler, but Eckler's on IR. So Brian Robinson moving forward is kind of locked in.
All right, let's work our way through some of these so we can get them on the screen here. Lewis, the 1 point every 5 catches. Marvin Harrison Jr., Juwan Jennings, MVS, Darnell Mooney. Offensive coordinator, I think it was for the Cardinals, said the game plan will move through Marvin Harrison Jr. today.
All right.
His words.
Well, let's test him on it because I mean I do like Mooney, I do like Jennings, but Marv has upside that those other guys don't have, and he still does have 6 touchdowns this year. He had 2
Yep.
in one game, so we'll go Marv.
Yep. I agree with you there. And then a follow-up question, 1 point for PPR, 2 wide receivers, 1 flex, 1 tight end. Addison, Pickens, Demarcus Robinson, MBS, Hunter Henry, Taysom Hill, and David Njoku. Would this be a double tight end spot for you? Because Taysom
Yeah.
Hill is a flex
I
for
wish you could start 3 of them. I would start Taysom Hill and Njoku because there's no Cedric Wilson.
Yep.
He's out with a concussion.
And then 2 wide receivers of Addison, Pickens, and Demarcus Robinson. You got to play Pickens.
You got to play Pickens, and
Probably
you got to play Addison. I mean,
Yeah.
Demarcus Robinson. Now that those guys are back, Hookah and Cooper Cup has no interest in me. Really.
Yep, agreed. Mojo in here has MVS, Leggett, Nick Westbrook, Akine, and Mooney needs to start 3 for a standard league.
I'm definitely starting Mooney, right?
I like Leggett a lot today against Tampa Bay.
Right, and Nick Westbrook-Ikine, all he does is score touchdowns, and it is a good matchup for them.
Yep.
I mean, it's a tough matchup. I mean, it's not a great matchup.
Yeah, well, Washington secondary is.
Oh yeah. Oh, he's on that side. Yes.
Yeah.
And no Marshawn Lattimore. He's a no go still. So yeah,
Right.
I would go that way. And MVS is just 2 boom busts out of a whole group of boom bust guys.
They're all kind of boom busts. The NWI has 17 catches, 6 for touchdowns.
Yeah, it's touchdown factory. 6 or less 7.
Yep. Mojo follow up here. Do I start for a flex of McNichols, Hill, or Vidal? Yeah, Taysom Hill.
Has to be Taysom Hill, man. Because the thing with Taysom Hill is even I've come around because he's actually running routes. He's catching passes.
Yeah, he's catching footballs. He had 8 catches last week to go with the 7 for 139 and three rushing scores for your tight end.
And they've won the last 2 games doing that. And the coach came out and said, "This is what we want to do." I mean, they lost 7 straight, fired the coach, and won 2 games.
Yep.
What are you gonna do?
Yep. Keith J, full PPR and a flex for running back and flex. Hubbard, Irving, and Amari Cooper.
Probably just start the running backs. Yeah, just start the running backs because we're worried about Amari. I'm worried about that situation.
49ers or Seahawks defense for Keith.
I think in this instance, even if you have to drop the 49ers, I would go with the Seahawks. The 49ers, you got to keep in mind, if that's your defense, you're going to need another defense for championship week. Unless, John, would you just roll them out against the Lions with the championship on the line?
No.
Yeah. So the 49ers all of a sudden aren't a must-hold defense anymore.
Agreed. You got to start playing the match schedules here. Ralph A, Stafford, Darnold, or Richardson. I'm going to go Stafford there, Ralph. I really like Stafford today against the Saints.
Yep, absolutely.
Mojo's got Jennings, Debo, MVS, MWI. Can only start 2 for a PPR league. So Jennings, Debo, MVS, and NWI for PPR.
Damn. I still would just start the 2 49ers. I would start the 2 49ers because I can't trust the other guys.
Yeah, Purdy's back this week, so it's
Purdy's back, yeah.
FS needs a full point PPR, 3 of 4 running backs. Chase Brown, Derrick Henry, Chuba Howard. Are you asking us to start Derrick Henry, FS? Come on. You're sitting Chuba of that group. Play Brown, Henry, and Jones.
Bingo. Jones, the rib injury for Jones I can't say it's done, but he played 79% of the snaps.
He had 24 carries in that game. So.
He had 50% of the snaps 2 weeks in a row, and then he just played 80%. So he's back, fully back.
Brandon here, full PPR. He said he's down a bit. Keenan Allen, playing against Keenan Allen and Devin Achane. He needs Chubb, Javonte Williams, or Jalen Warren. You're probably playing Chubb, I guess.
Got to be Chubb. Yeah. I mean, Javonte Williams.
Last week, full workload.
They're now in the hot hand world. Javonte Williams and Warren is splitting.
Yeah. Lewis here, 1 point PPR, 1 wide receiver, 2 flex, 1 tight end. Chargers running back situation, Justice Hill, Jerry McNichols, Amari Cooper, Jennings, Robinson, Shepard, MVS, Njoku, and Hayes. We sort of already answered this one, I thought.
Yeah, you're going to play Gus.
Yeah. Gus Edwards.
It's same answer we gave earlier, Lewis, but Gus is one of your 2 flexes.
Yeah. And MVS and Taysom are the ones that are there. Okay. Brandon here. Another one where he's down. Tank Dell, Metcalf, Ridley, and Jennings. Good spot for Dell, obviously, against Jacksonville. Should go to like Dell and Ridley this week.
I would definitely go Ridley. Yeah, Dell and Ridley. That's where I'd live.
Judy, Evans, Jennings, Debo, Smith can start 3 in a standard for Mojo. So who sits?
I mean, you have to start Mike Evans against the Panthers for sure.
Yep. Judy's been really good.
Judy's been good. So you have to start 2, maybe just sit.
3. So you can pick one of Jennings, Debo, and Devonta Smith.
Yeah, I'm saying maybe just sit both the 49ers in that one and go Judy, Evans, Smith.
Okay, that's fine.
Unless you're worried about Smith being hurt.
Yeah, I'm good. I mean, we'll find out obviously if he's in or out. You'll know before you have to make that decision.
Would you start Jennings over Debo?
I would consider Jennings over
He's
Debo.
just been better.
He's been better. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mojo, Pollard, Stevenson, Rashad White start 2 in a standard league.
Man, I'd start Stevenson against the Colts.
You got to play Pollard this week against the Commanders.
And I don't even care if Tajay Spears is active or not. I honestly, it's very, John. How often is it that they say, "Oh, we're going to find out if he clears concussion protocol today," and then he'll be either a full go or we'll determine that he still has a concussion? I feel like that's so rare. That doesn't happen very often. So I don't know if Spears is going to get cleared.
I agree. I feel like my camera froze here. I'm stuck in a weird spot on the screen.
Yeah. Why don't you jump and I'll answer a couple while you're gone.
All right, hold on.
So we got, or before you go, answer Baker or Herbert.
Baker.
Okay. We have another one from. Let's see. Mojo wants Seattle, Washington, Indy, Tampa Bay. Which defense should I start? If it matters, it's a standard league. I mean, for me, any opportunity I have to start a team against the Panthers, I do that. So I'm going to start Tampa Bay this week of those guys. Seattle versus the Jets. I mean, Rodgers at any given time can put together a decent game. Need 3.5 PPR. CMC, Hall, Irving, Stevenson, Warren. Is Breece Hall? Do we know if Breece Hall is going to play? That's the question that I was looking at. And last I heard, it was he's expected to play. He's dealing with a knee issue. For me, I'm definitely going to get CMC in there. I know Trent Williams isn't playing, and you got to downgrade the guy a little bit, but to downgrade him to where? A running back 5? I mean, like he's still locked in. So of those 3, it's got to be. I'm going to go CMC, Hall, and Stevenson. I would still just start Hall. You can't start guys that are splitting like Warren or Irving when you have a Breece Hall on the table. Full PPR, DK or Higgins. For me, I'm going to go Higgins. I really don't like the matchup for DK. I really don't like it for JSN, any of those guys, man. I think that's going to be a low-scoring game. The over-under set at like 40, right, for that game. So it's not a conducive setup to fantasy points for any of those wide receivers. JSN especially has been benefiting from playing in the slot, and him no longer kind of having the out of facing a bad corner in the slot, because there are no bad corners on the Jets. Like, he doesn't get the advantage he's been getting all year. So for me, I'm trying to fade all those guys if possible. And T. Higgins has been awesome. He's been incredible. I don't know if you guys saw, but he told reporter Ben Baby that he avoided the hill and took the concrete path. So using the hill to find out if T. Higgins is going to play or not.
Yeah, listen, I said this to Bender. If you're familiar with rounders, you spotted his tail and you gave it away. Yeah. You're supposed to let Teddy eat those cookies until he's broke. You got to keep that to yourself.
I should have. Sorry.
Let the cat out of the bag. You needed the mega viral tweet, and good on you for that. You gained what, like 5,000 followers off of that?
Followers. I needed the $100 that I got from X for having 30 million impressions last
time. There you go.
If you're thinking of someday making your job be to just tweet out stuff and get paid by Twitter, the bar is set pretty high.
Yeah, you need make like 3 of those tweets daily to get those people who make like thousands of dollars a day. All right, I don't know where you left off. I think my camera might be fixed now. I don't know.
I got it. So it's Cindy Harris or Harras. It's Happy post Turkey Day. Bo Nix or CJ Stroud. So that one's for you, John.
Stroud for me this week.
Good matchup for him. And then
Minnesota or Philly defense.
Yeah, I'm going with I'm just trying not to start defenses against the Ravens where I can avoid it. So I would just go with Minnesota and hope that the Cardinals don't show up. I mean, you got to play it that way, because that Eagles-Ravens game that could be a very high-scoring game.
Yep. Doug here, hanging on to a playoff position by a thread. Need Herbert or Baker. Did I say this one already? Did I say Baker right before I went off?
Somebody asked the same question.
Same question? Did I say Baker or Herbert? I think I said Baker, right?
I'm going to check my rankings, what I have too.
It's very close. Again, Baker had a good week last week. Just the running backs found the end zone. If Baker found the end zone, he would have had 30 fantasy points. So.
I have them back to back. The thing is, Baker and the Bucks are now all like that division. Anyone can win it. Even
Yeah.
like the 4-7 Saints are still in it because like what the Bucks are in the division
Yeah.
lead at 6-5. They have to win. It's a division game. They are going to do what they can to obliterate this Panthers team today. So
Disley or Pitts for Doug?
Pitts and
We did that one. There's actually I've seen quite a few different Disley Pitts questions pop through from different people. So that's a popular question today. Connor or Brian Thomas Jr. for Aaron. So running back or wide receiver for a full PBR flex. Brian Thomas Jr. gets Trevor Lawrence back today.
we still like BTJ, but in this instance, with James Conner getting paid the big money to playing the way he's playing, I think you just go with the safe play with James Conner. I mean, like there's a world where Trevor Lawrence comes out and plays like one series and then goes and has surgery.
Sure. Craig, Kyler, or Levis? I'm going to go Kyler here today, Craig. Rod Elliott, London DK, Garrett Wilson, James Conner, sit one of that group.
I mean, I would probably sit DK. I know Howard has been team never sit DK, but he's been banged up. He has a bad matchup.
Yeah.
Like, all those guys are great. I guess you could sit James Conner. What do you think, Howard? I mean, John.
Sit James Conner. I think I would say it's not a good matchup for James Conner, but I would still play James Conner. So
that's what I'm saying. So you got to sit DK.
Rob here. Good morning, Will Levis or Russell Wilson? Russell Wilson for me.
Yeah.
And then Quentin Johnson or Noah Brown. I think I would go Noah Brown. What do you think?
Yeah, Noah Brown's been better. I mean, he's been more reliable. I mean, he caught a pass last week, which Quentin Johnson didn't do.
We're on the screen. Vader
right.
Metcalf, Mooney, or Flowers. 1 point PPR.
So much better when we get up to the point we're on the screen.
Really?
We're going to figure this out so that the early questions are available to us. We apologize for that, but hey, we're here now.
It's a restream, everyone. It's just I don't know what it is.
Yeah, we're going to reach out to them, get that fixed out. But okay, Metcalf, Mooney, or Flowers. I would honestly go Mooney here. I don't like the matchup for Flowers with Cooper DeJean, although Darius Slay is out. But I don't know. I'm going Mooney if he's playing.
Yeah, Mooney's fine for me. The Achilles injury obviously is a little concerning, but he's not on the injury report, so
he's back. Yeah, he's back.
Charlie here, Jameis or Bryce Young? Oh, I gotta go. I mean, I actually think Bryce Young's a sneaky DFS play this week, but Jameis is still going to throw the ball like 40 times, so probably have to go Jameis Winston.
Tillman, though, I think I said Wilson by accident earlier, and he gets the Broncos. I'm going Bryce Young, John.
All right,
I like Bryce Young. That's how I have him ranked.
Judy or Hunter Henry full PPR?
I think you still go Judy, though. Judy's been consistent. Hunter Henry is just not. He's not finding the end zone. I hope he does. I hope Hunter finds.
Are the Patriots favorites today, or are they 2-point dogs? There's like a weird.
They are dogs at home.
2-point dogs. Okay, yeah. I was gonna say that people think the Patriots might actually win this one.
They're good.
Rob here, McLaurin, JSN, Shakir, Ray. PPR need to.
McLaurin for sure. I think it's still McLaurin and JSN.
Yep, I agree.
Because Shakir's still playing in the snow.
Metcalf or Jennings full PPR?
Man, don't like the matchup for Metcalf, but I'm still starting Metcalf over Jennings again because there is a chance the weather is just brutal and that game sucks.
Yep, agree. I mean, we know it's going to be cold. We don't know if snow squalls are going to come through. It's supposed to be a little windy, so
we know it's windy. We know it's cold.
1 point PPR, JSN, Jennings, or Elijah Moore. I think it's JSN there.
Yeah, it's JSN still there.
And then drop Akers to pick up Vale. I know Valey's been better, but Adonai Mitchell, David Moore, MVS, Westbrook Ikini, I would still just play JSN. I'm not going to pick up any of those guys to play over JSN.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Akers doesn't really need to be held anymore, though. He only played 15% of the snaps. I might pick up Adonai Mitchell just in case Josh Downs is like out for a long time.
Yeah. I mean, it depends. If you have Aaron Jones, you probably want to keep Akers this late in the season.
Yes, yeah, if that's true. If you have Aaron Jones, keep Akers.
We're in playoff handcuff mode, so if you got your handcuff, you got to keep him on your roster right now. Otten or Andrews here, Coop?
Still Auden. He's got the best possible matchup for a tight end. I think he's going to be just fine today. If Auden has a down week this week, though, like it's the worst defense versus a tight end in the league, then it's time to worry.
Herbert or Nix?
I have Herbert ahead, but I have him.
I would go Herbert. Just wanted to see where you had your rankings.
I have them back to back. I have Baker, Herbert, and then Mahomes, who already played, and then Nix. So they're all in there.
Russell Wilson or Anthony Richardson this week.
I think you got to go Richardson, especially because I'm a little worried with Russ that they've been mixing in Fields with these packages. Like, could have a Taysom Hill situation.
Anthony Richardson's the second highest roster QB in DFS today, which is risky.
Yeah.
McLaurin or Jennings? I'm going to go McLaurin here, Emily.
For sure. Absolutely.
Ani Coop in chat.
Likes for Laney. Cat orange whistling face. Heart shape. Thank you.
Little emoji there.
I don't know why the emojis don't come through.
Emily or Chuba. As Emily has Chuba or Sutton.
Sutton has been so good. I can't find a reason to bench Sutton.
They did say that Jonathan Brooks is going to play more this week than last week. What does that mean? I don't know, but we'll find out.
But I mean, he played 5 snaps last week, so maybe he'll play 8. I don't know.
8,
but
10.
I have Cortland Sutton ranked as wide receiver 12 this week.
Got 500 of you in the chat. You want to hit that like or that subscribe or share button. It is a free way to support the work we do here at Fantasy Alarm. It is greatly appreciated. We go live here every Sunday, Thursday, Saturday, you name it. We go live plenty of times during the week, so help us out. Hit that like button, and if you want, subscribe. Free to do. Get notified whenever we go live. WN McAdoo here. 1 running back, 2 flex. B-Rob, Pollard, Jennings, Mooney, Pittman. Again, I really like Tony Pollard today, so I'm going to go Pollard as my running back.
Both running backs. Both running backs.
Also, big ups for John McAdoo. Right, I feel like I pronounced it wrong sometimes.
It's the 2 running backs and Moondog.
Mooney, 2 running backs. Mooney,
because Pittman's going to get Christian Gonzalez, right? Yeah. And then Jennings is playing in the snow with a quarterback who has a hurt shoulder.
Love seeing number 7 when I open up the screen. Yes, I did throw Taysom Hill on the cover of today's show. It was not a troll towards Coop. We are now believers. If you can't change your takes based on the information, then what good are you? Right?
I'm starting him in a DFS lineup. Honestly, it's fun to be part of the cool kids, dude. To be part of the
Brock Purdy will play, but is not at 100%. That's not great. You need your arm to throw the football.
That sounds bad.
You need your arm to throw the football. Stafford or Herbert. Again, I'm going to go Stafford here. Herbert. Stafford's one of my favorite quarterbacks today. Herbert or Nix. I'm going to go Herbert there. Andrews or so that's Disley, I would assume. Unless there's a tight end called Dwally. I'm not a fair
There's not, as far as I know. It does sound like
there may be soon, right? Okay. So Andrews or Disley.
I'm gonna go with. I have Disley ranked ahead in any sort of PPR, maybe standard Andrews, but I mean Disley's been good. Disley and Ertz have been consistent.
Okay. So Herbert and Disley then there. Frederick needs 2 in a flex of Edwards, Debo, Moore, NWI, Vele. What do we think here?
I think it's Gus for sure. And then if this was my team, I would just start Debo because Elijah Moore is going to go up against Patrick Surtain, and Nick Westbrook-Ikine is. I mean, he's going to catch 2 passes. It's like he's not going to catch a 98-yard touchdown every week. I hope
he does play 98% of the snaps, though. So
he plays the whole game. He's just not that good. Or is he? Or is he, John? I can't start him over Debo.
I don't know.
I can't start him over Debo.
He at least is on the Dwayne Allen touchdown path, right? The guy just
exactly
12 targets, 10 touchdowns.
Can't start him over.
Aaron Jones, Kenneth Walker need 1. I'm going to go Aaron Jones here.
Yes, Aaron Jones is a perfect spot.
Flowers, Addison, Amari need 2.
Probably take that opportunity to not use Amari, right?
Yeah, that's fine. We did that one already. Nix or Herbert? Man, everybody's at Nix or Herbert. I'm going Herbert this week.
It's Herbert. Yeah, it's so close. I mean, it's not even that good a matchup for Nix though. It's gonna be a low-scoring game.
Yeah. Gus Edwards or MVS full PPR?
Gus. Gus is the starting running back for a team that wants to run the ball 30 times.
Yeah. McLaurin or Mooney?
McLaurin. I think I have McLaurin at wide receiver 11. There's no reason not to start McLaurin wherever you have him.
White, QJ, MVS, Vele, Brown need 1 for a half PPR. I'm going Rashad White here.
Yeah. I would. You don't have to deal with all that.
He's still getting double-digit carries. Andy's getting targets. So.
Yep, for sure.
2 wide receivers, 2 running backs, and a flex. We're setting Impossible's lineup here.
Well, Jefferson is probably going to be in your lineup, I would imagine.
Yeah, Chase Brown's going to be in your lineup.
Kyron Williams as well.
So you're looking for a flex of Flowers, JSN, and Cook.
No, he needs a wide receiver.
Okay,
So we're gonna start Cook. We're gonna start the 3 running backs. The 2 running backs in the flex are Cook, Kyron, and Chase Brown. Then
yes.
you're obviously starting Jefferson.
So Flowers, JSN then?
It Flowers.
Okay.
I don't like the matchup for JSN.
All right. Pitts or Disley? Again, we've had this question quite a
It's
few
still.
times.
And in full PPR, you can consider Disley if you want. If you have a lead or if your opponent played Jahmyr Gibbs, maybe you go with the safe, boring play of Disley. But like Pitts is probably going to get a similar number of targets, and he just has more athleticism, higher upside to break off big plays. That's the difference in that range. Like
Metcalf, Jennings, or Ingram?
I'm going to start Evan Ingram.
Just getting some
Trevor Lawrence back. No Christian Kirk. No Gabe Davis. I mean, like, there's no way around it.
Brees Hall is active. Demario Douglas is active. Alec Pierce all active this week. So those who are questionable so far, everybody's playing.
Is Alec Pierce week, John, with no Josh Downs and Michael Pittman going up against Christian Gonzalez? DFS
probably. Play? I mean, we know the Patriots have given up some big plays. So it's just Anthony Richardson's a terrible quarterback.
Terrible. So, but DFS, you're like where a 70-yard touchdown changes everything. That's where you start Alec Pierce.
Agreed. What did you say for this one? Metcalf, Jennings, Ingram?
I like Evan Ingram, but no Kirk. No, I mean, he's getting 7 and 8 targets last 2 games without.
He's the highest projected roster tight end in DFS this week. So
yeah, it's awesome.
Buffalo or Indy for defense. Buffalo versus a quarterback that has an injured arm and bad conditions.
Right. Also, no Trent Williams. Matt Milano's back. Like, I think Buffalo's going to take care of business today.
I agree. Metcalf, Debo, Flowers need one.
That's where I would probably start Flowers.
Okay. Pick one for a flex. B. Robinson. Which one? Gus Edwards, Sterling Shepard, Noah Brown. I'm assuming that's not Bijan because that would be the very obvious choice. So I'm going to assume that's Brian.
Brian is also might be the very obvious choice too, though.
Yeah, I'd probably play Brian over that group as well. So go whichever B. Robinson it is. Devonta, if active, or Juwan Jennings. Knowing now that Purdy's going to play not at 100%. Well, I'll say this, Brad. If Devonta Smith is in, you'll know before Jennings has to play. So I'd play Devonta Smith, and if he's out, you obviously.
Yeah, that one's an easy one, just because of the order of events.
Yeah, order of events. Yeah. Let's see. Was it science class? You learned the order of events?
Yeah, no, that's algebra.
Yeah,
A plus B. Yeah.
All right.
You don't need to be here.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, dimensional analysis was not my friend.
I was told there would be no math.
Yeah. Let's see here. Half point PPR, tight end and a flex. Kittle, Taysom Hill, Nick Chubb can start 2 of 3.
I mean, as crazy as it sounds,
you gotta play Taysom Hill.
You gotta play Taysom Hill for sure. Yep. So I think it's probably Kittle and Taysom Hill.
Okay, you do Kittle even with the situation. Milano's back, and
Christian McCaffrey playing. Actually, they might have him staying to block more than usual. I guess Nick Chubb. Chubb's not playing. Chubb's not playing any pass plays.
I know. I'm gonna go Chubb and Taysom Hill there.
Do it.
Hard to trust the report.
Hard to argue.
Tight end and a flex of ETN, Booty, Disley, and Pitts. Maybe both tight ends here.
Booty's so hard to start right now. Yeah,
he's still playing a lot of snaps, but you don't. The targets are too shared at the moment for everybody.
Tank Bigsby's just playing better than ETN. They put them like drafting both those players puts them in such a tough spot because it's like Trevor Lawrence is obviously friends with ETN and they went to college together, but Tank Bigsby's just been better.
I mean, listen, the NFL trend, everybody wants the situation that like the Lions have, right? So they're looking for the ETN Gibbs role, Bigsby, Montgomery role, but it's those guys. That team sucks too bad to try to continue.
Yeah, it just means we don't like either.
You don't like either.
Just start Disley and Pitts. Yeah.
I have Disley, Adonai Mitchell, Parker Washington, and Andrews for the last spot in the DK Millie.
Well, if you're trying to win $1 million, you start
Adonai
Mitchell, right? Because he's going to play the slot. He can hit the home runs. Like Pittman's got the bad matchup. So if you're trying to win $1 million, it's Mitchell.
Yeah. Good luck, Tommy. Hope you win the Millie. Lewis, I don't know which one that is. Need one out of that's 4. Let us know what that question was again. Irving or Marvin Harrison? Listen, Bucky Irving was the cover of my playbook this week.
Yeah.
I'm actually upset that report came out about Marvin Harrison because I had him in lineups at like super low ownership, and now I'm afraid people are going to start pivoting to him.
Yeah.
'Cause I'd love that spot for him this week. I'm still going to go Bucky Irving here, though.
No, Marv, come
Nah, it's
on.
Bucky. It's Carolina Panthers, man. He's going to run all over them. He's probably going to get a touchdown. So.
Ohio State fans need something, John. Give them something.
I don't watch a lot of college football. I watched that whole game yesterday. Couldn't believe what turned out.
It was rough. That was rough. That was not. That
How
was.
are you 19.5-point home favorites as the number 2 team in the country, and you can't score more than 10 points? You get shut out in the second half of that game.
That was the opposite. College football is supposed to be like 50 to 45. You know, like. Agreed. Of course, you watch that game.
Yeah, I bet our shout out to our guy Steven, who writes our college football bets. He had the over on the it was Baylor Kansas game. It was 61.5. That thing flew. That flew.
That's what it's supposed to be.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they had 35. It was like 60 points and a half. Harrison or JSN, no PPR. This is where I'd go Harrison.
I like Harrison. Yeah.
Pollard or just Jonathan Taylor.
Gotta be Taylor, man. I mean, there's only 3 running backs that play more than 80% of the snaps.
His carry prop today, I think, is 18.5 too. So like they're expecting a big volume there.
It's Christian McCaffrey, Kyron Williams, and Jonathan Taylor. Those are the only running backs that average more than 80% of the snaps. So you just have to play those guys.
And the Patriots are just so horrific at run defense there. Chubb, ETN, or Gus Edwards PPR?
Gus, man. It's got to be Gus. I mean, he doesn't catch the ball. That's the only thing. If Gus could catch the ball at all, we'd be ranking him like RB like 13, 14.
Who's the backup? Vidal or Haskins?
Vidal, okay. I think. Haskins hasn't been there long enough.
Yeah, he had the rushing touchdown a few weeks ago, but Justice Hill, Jonathan Brooks, Josh Palmer need one. Hill might be the safest of that play.
I think I would definitely start Hill. Hill routinely plays for half the snaps. Yeah. He just catches passes. He doesn't really get a lot of handoff.
Yeah, PPR. They said Brooks is going to play more. We don't know what that means. So it's tough.
Yeah. That's what Justice Hill is like. He can every once in a while he trips off a big chunk and scores a touchdown.
Yeah, 50-yard touchdown run last week. I got him in the FFPC best ball. It was amazing to see that happen last week. Najee, Elijah Moore, NIW.
Probably got to be Elijah Moore, right? With no Cedric Tillman.
You don't like Najee Harris this week against the Bengals?
I like him. I don't necessarily love it.
You would play him. You would play Elijah.
Yeah. Elijah Moore, I just don't think Elijah Moore is that good, but I feel he's getting like 7, 8, 9, 10 targets.
Well, yeah, when the quarterback throws 40 times a game, everybody's going to get fed.
Yeah, go Najee then.
Najee's definitely
he could. Yeah, you're right. I said it earlier. He could face Patrick Surtain a ton with no Cedric Tillman.
Richardson or Levis. I guess he go Richardson. He's just the rushing upside, but
gotta go Richardson.
Levis is okay. Gus or Bucky? I'm going Bucky Irving here.
Bucky's been good. Bucky caught 6. Bucky hasn't dropped. Not even dropped, John. Bucky's caught every one of his targets going back to week 4. Not drops. I'm saying every ball thrown his way, he catches it. And we knew he was a good pass catcher coming out.
Shakir, Elijah Moore, NWI, PPR.
I'm going Shakir there in full PPR. I think that, he's most impervious to the weather. No Dalton Kincaid. He's operating out of the slot.
Sure.
Conditions are good. No Diamador Lenore for the 49ers. Shakir is he's a fine
one wide receiver for Lewis here. Amari Cooper, Dwan Jennings, Demarcus Robinson, Shepard, and MVS.
Well, in that situation, just start Amari Cooper and give yourself a chance at upside. You're not going to start Sterling Shepard, John.
No, I might start Marquez Valdes-Scantling.
No.
He's playing a lot of snaps.
No. Amari, he played 65% of the snaps.
Sure. All right.
Amari versus Amari.
Okay. Name value aside.
The analysis is this. Amari.
Okay. 1 point PBR need 2 flexes. Shakir.
If MVS played 90% of the snaps in the last week, then maybe. But I don't know. He still sucks.
We got a whole bye week. They're the Rams defense.
He's not any good, John.
Yeah, you know what? You sound like a lot like Bender. And guess what? He's got 3 touchdowns, like 400 yards the last 2 weeks.
All right, Lewis, third party. Ask a third party on that.
Go ask Malin. See what Malin says.
Malin in the Discord will be reasonable.
Yeah, agree. Definitely will be reasonable. More reasonable than I will.
Me too, though. But that's why we meet in the middle on a lot of things with this. I can't start MVS over Mark Cooper.
Playing Sutton for sure of this group.
Yes.
And then probably Ridley. I think it's Sutton and
Definitely,
Ridley.
definitely Ridley.
Definitely the two here. And then Stafford versus Cousins. I'm going Stafford here this week.
We like Stafford today.
Disley or Otten for single entry GPP for Weapon X.
Otten, for sure.
Yep. Metcalf or Jennings. I got to go Metcalf now, knowing the situation with Purdy there. So
Right. Yeah. Purdy hurt shoulder.
Shakir, Hawkinson, or Addison for Michael.
In full PPR, I'm still going Shakir.
Okay. Need one for the flex. Adams, McConkey, or Edwards. Got to go McConkey here this week for Nick.
McConkey's been awesome.
James Cook, Brian Robinson Jr. Pick one.
With no Austin Eckler, he could be Adrian Peterson Robinson Jr. today. I think I'm going
very well could be.
I'm going Brian Robinson Jr. Although the 49ers oddly have not been very good against the run. I think they're like outside the top 20 in DVOA.
Yeah.
Am I going too far with Brian Robinson? It's still James Cook.
No, I mean, I still think it's James Cook.
It is still James Cook, but we make a DFS lineup with Brian Robinson, but it is James Cook.
Higgins, Vele, Kenneth Walker, DK Metcalf, Brian Thomas, Marvin Harrison, and Quentin Johnson.
What is that?
You don't know. If you had to pick one, I think I'm going T. Higgins. What do you think?
If you have to pick one, it's T. Higgins. If you have to pick two, it's Kenneth Walker and T. Higgins.
And if you had to pick three, it's Marvin Harrison Jr., Kenneth Walker, and T. Higgins.
Mm-hmm.
All righty. So feeling you didn't like Minnesota or Philly defense, you think Indy or Rams are any better? I mean, people are playing the Colts defense today against the Patriots.
Why not? I mean, the thing about
offensive line. That team, Patriots have no offensive line. Literally dead last, 32nd ranked offensive line in football. They're atrocious. They even released Michael Jordan, not the good Michael Jordan, but the left tackle, right tackle Michael Jordan, who was playing like 80% of the snaps. They just let him go. He was that bad.
They have Michael B. Jordan. He's not even top 3 Michael Jordan.
Not even.
Right? So
he was playing the majority of the snaps for the team, and they just flat out let him go, sign him to the practice squad. So
they had one good offensive lineman in David Andrews, and he's done for the year. So
where's Cole Strange? Where the hell
Strange is out? Cole Strange is also out.
I know. Where's that guy been?
I don't know.
Terrible draft pick. Hasn't been able to stay on the field.
Go Pats.
Elijah Moore or Ray Davis here?
Elijah Moore, dude.
Yeah, Ray Davis is not playing. So Marvin Harrison or John Jennings. Marvin Harrison, Breece Hall, or Mike Evans. I'm going Mike Evans here.
Yeah, Mike Evans against the Panthers. Even if Breece Hall didn't have a knee issue, which he does.
All right, we got the answer here. We need two of this group. So we're going Higgins and what was the one you said?
Three. 2 wide receivers in flex.
Okay, then we said it. Higgins, Walker, and Harrison.
Look at that.
We nailed it. Thielen, Etienne, or Pearsall. Thielen was good last week.
Thielen, yeah.
What do we make of David Moore getting 10 targets? Is that real?
No. I mean,
highest rostered player in DFS this week is David Moore right now.
Well, because Jalen Coker's out again. So it's going to be the same configuration once again.
What was his snap count last week, Coop?
He's still David Moore. He played like the whole game. Thielen actually was the one that played as a part-time slot guy, but I think it was just a first game.
4%. David Moore last 4 weeks, 82, 87, 83, 94% of the offense.
Right. Yeah, they like him. You know, they're also a bad team. So David Moore is one of their best players.
We all know about the wide receiver rebuild, Coop, right? Geno Smith, Russell Wilson.
Geno against the Jets.
Yeah, I think you're going Russell here.
Russ against the Bengals. You just have to pray that Justin Fields stays away.
Byron says, you guys are the best. No, you're the best. You guys are the best for showing up each and every Sunday here for us.
If you want to support us, there's 2 ways. There's the free way. You hit a little like, you hit a little subscribe. That actually means a lot to us. Hit a little retweet on some tweets. Follow us on Twitter, Jon Impemba 777 for my guy here. I'm at Coop, letter A, Fiasco. Or if you want to support us and really help yourself, we got our best deal of the year right now. Our Black Friday deal, $100 off the annual. It doesn't ever get cheaper than this. It gets you all the way through the rest of football. It gets you all the way through baseball season. It gets you all the way around to the NBA and hockey draft rankings, right? It gets you all our betting, all our DFS stuff. It gets you in the Discord. And when you're in the Discord, then you're part of the family and you actually get to do the family drafts with us. So all offseason, we do all these leagues, all these drafts, all these best ball drafts every Wednesday, essentially, for the entire offseason. And it's only members of Fantasy Alarm and a couple guests. Like we'll have like other analysis come in, you know, like we got like Rich Rebar and these guys join us for drafts. So it's a lot of fun. Be part of the family now. If you like this kind of stuff, it gets so much better with the in-depth analysis, everything we offer. And right now, if you hit that QR code, right now, today's the last day, right, John?
Yeah, last day. Black Friday weekend's today.
Yeah. So Black Friday weekend ends today. Literally our best deal all year. And we'll probably run a deal again next
Black Friday.
So it brings
More
you
than
all the way
likely.
around. Yes. So
So less
now's
than
the time.
$16 a month. Like I said, our monthly charge is $39.97. You're going to get the annual subscription for less than $16 a month. We're giving it away. I've been at Fantasy Alarm for like 12 years. I've never seen us sell the annual subscription for this cheap. So get in now. It goes away today. FantasyAlarm.com/Black Friday. Promo code BF24. All right, back to the questions here. We did this one.
Craig Jordan.
Craig, we did the weather one already. Debo, Shakir, and Thielen, right? We did.
No,
Thielen?
we didn't do that one.
Okay, what are we doing?
Shakir.
Okay. Need 3 of Metcalf, BTJ, Shakir, Elijah Moore, NWA.
I mean, again, if this were my team, I would start the first 3: Metcalf, BTJ, Shakir, and just go for upside because conditions aren't that great for Elijah Moore, and NWI is a touchdown merchant.
Sure. Brian Robinson, Najee Harris, Brian Thomas, Darnell Mooney need 3 to start for Ray Gamer.
Wow. Do you sit Brian Thomas there, John? These are all players we like.
Yeah.
We can sit Mooney coming off the injury.
Yeah, it'd be Mooney or it'd be like Brian Robinson, I think, for me. Again, the Titans' run defense is really good.
He's going to catch passes, though.
Enough to make up a difference if he runs for like 40 yards?
I don't think he's going to run for 40 yards, John. I think he's going to run for...
They held Mixon to 32 on 15 carries. They're a good run defense. They are.
I'm looking something up real quick.
Okay. My gut check reaction is to sit Brian Robinson. Because it's a full PPR. Najee, Brian Thomas, and Darnell Mooney, I think, would be the 3.
Wow. They really don't allow a ton of receptions to the running backs either. So, yeah, sit Brian Robinson.
I think Brian Robinson's where I'm going there.
It's still a good play, but it's just you'll have all good players.
Yeah, plus, like, I don't know if he, like, how healthy is the ankle there? Standard scoring, Ladd, Garrett Wilson, Taysom Hill, Kate Otten.
Standard scoring.
Are we entertaining Taysom Hill here?
No, I would start Garrett Wilson. Okay. But in standard scoring, is the best format for Taysom Hill.
It is. He's going to do everything. So.
He is going to pull the rug on everyone at some point. I hope it's during fantasy playoffs.
Ray, Palmer, Moore. Wouldn't it be the week they come out and say, like, we're going to use Taysom Hill more, though they use Taysom Hill less?
Yeah, that would be perfect. That would be the most Taysom Hill thing ever. Yeah. He's a 34-year-old running back.
Yeah, but he's had no wear and tear on his body. He's basically he rarely played, right?
Like, he gets hurt all the time.
I know, but he doesn't.
He actually, you know why he has
the volume work on his
You know why he has less wear and tear than everyone else, John?
Because he's not a real player.
No, he is that, but he also, after high school, took 3 years to go on a mission. 3 years to go on a mission, and then so like he could have gone to Stanford. Like I think he did. No, he could have gone to all these schools, and he went on a Mormon mission for 3 years, and then went to BYU. But like, what the heck? So he was like a 24-year-old, like freshman in college.
Sure.
I don't know. Whatever. Enough about Taysom Hill. Start
Elijah. 38 fantasy points the last time he took the field. So
start Elijah Moore.
Unless
your league gives you points for drawing pass interference, then start Josh Palmer.
Wait, where you on Elijah Moore here?
Elijah Moore, yes.
Warren or JSN? I think I go JSN.
JSN, yeah.
Thielen or Njoku, PPR?
I'm gonna go Njoku here. I think Njoku's still in it's pretty decent spot. I mean, Travis Kelce got 13 targets against the Broncos.
Sure. Debo, Pickens, and McConkey need 2. I think I'm sitting Debo there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Houston or Buffalo, D? Again, pretty interesting spot now. Buffalo, the situation against the 49ers, and then you have Houston against Jacksonville.
Houston against Jacksonville, kind of got to. Okay. Houston's defense has been very good.
Flex of McBride, McLaurin, or Pollard, PPR?
Got to be McLaurin.
Really? That would be the 3rd I would have.
For you? I haven't ranked wide receiver 11. I mean, what's the not like about Terry McLaurin? No L'Jarius Sneed?
Yeah, I don't know. I like Pollard a lot this week. I guess that's where I'm like my brain sits. And McBride is you don't like McBride versus Minnesota?
Terry McLaurin has basically been awesome every other game and terrible.
Sure. He's been bailed out by like last week. He was terrible until he had an 80-yard catch.
Why don't we do this? If Tajay Spears is out, then go.
He's in already.
He is?
Yep.
Then what the heck?
All right, you go McLaurin. That's fine. I like Pollard a lot. I think he gets
get a second opinion on that one, Daniel Caps.
Bijan, Brees, or Kamara need two. Sitting Brees here, Rod. Gonna play Bijan and Kamara. And good on you on your drafting there.
A great team. Yeah. Brees has a little knee issue that is a difference maker.
And all right, need a win to get in the playoffs. Russell or Richardson?
Yeah. I mean, here's the problem with Russell Wilson is that 2 weeks in a row now, Justin Fields has been used in packages, and those packages are kind of like Taysom Hill-esque packages, and you use those packages near the goal line. If your quarterback's coming out in the goal line, that's why I can't rank Russell Wilson and Derek Carr as high as we would consider because they come out of the game. No other quarterbacks are leaving the game.
Richardson is such a horrific passer.
Right.
Is where I have my hang-ups, but the Patriots defense really isn't that great. So Russ, I mean, the floor is safer with Russell Wilson. The ceiling is way higher with Andy Richardson. So figure out your playoff matchup, see where you need. If you need points and you're trailing, go Richardson. If you just need a guy that's not going to bottom out for you, I think Russell Wilson's the play. James Conner, Chuba Hubbard in a standard league. I still think it's James Conner because I don't know what Brooks playing more means. So I think I go James Conner there.
Yep.
Debo or Pittman for Dan?
I'm going Debo. I'm really scared of Pittman. He's been dealing with the back. He's got a bad matchup. He's got a bad quarterback. I mean, conditions couldn't be worse for Michael Pittman.
Shakir, Garrett Wilson, or James Conner, half PPR?
It's Conner, right? Half PPR, especially.
Yeah, I think so. Tank Dell or Devontae Adams, full PPR?
Yeah, I got to go Devontae Adams here. Tank Dell has just been not that good. Not that good.
Yeah, I mean, it is obviously the matchup for Tank Dell. If he was to do anything today, it'd be against Jacksonville, but he's still the number 2 behind a big Nico Collins play. So, who for your flex? Brees Hall, Ramondre Stevenson, Juwan Jennings, Taysom Hill, Nick Westbrook, Akine, Darnell Mooney. I think Ramondre feels pretty safe here.
Yeah. It's Ramondre.
What I don't like about Brees Hall is they also called up
right. They called up
Ngakoue, right, or whatever his name is.
Kine Nwangwu. Yeah. Granted, he's more of a
special teams player.
I think what they're going to do is they're going to have Nwangwu do kick returns so that everyone else is available.
Right. Well, that's what I'm saying. I feel like they're worried about Brees Hall's knee.
I would just go Stevenson, but if you're not going to start Stevenson, it's Hall.
Yeah. Yeah. Agreed. Should I have Myers as my wide receiver 2 from here? Dude, Jacoby Myers is an absolute baller.
He's great. You mean your wide receiver 1?
Basically, Jefferson and Myers would definitely be your.
He just had 120 yards against the Broncos.
Dude, I have such a good underdog team. We talked about it the other day. It's loaded with running backs. It's Chubb, not Chubb. It's Henry. It's Saquon Barkley. It's Alvin Kamara and Brees Hall. But my wide receivers have Jameson Williams, Jacoby Myers, Adam Thielen, not star names, but guys that are just producing right now with Jalen Hurts as the quarterback. So that team, maybe I'll be the underdog millie maker this year. You never know. Mooney, Edwards, Rachaad White need one for PPR. I go Rachaad White here.
Yeah.
Shakir or Debo?
I want Shakir. Unless it's standard, then I'll go Debo. But half or full, it's clear. It's Shakir.
Jacob, start Burrow or Jaden Daniels? It is not a good matchup for Burrow. Pittsburgh has the number 1 pass defense, but he also has T. Higgins and Jamar Chase to throw the football to, and he has been unbelievable. Titans are missing some secondary pieces, though.
Yeah, that is I have these guys back to back in the rankings, but I do have Daniels at 4 and Burrow at 5.
Okay, I'll go Coops. It's very close. Daniels rushing upside is obviously nice.
You're right.
I want to play Burrow, but I feel like Daniels is the right play. So,
yeah. I mean, Burrow's definitely.
They're losing all of these games, but his numbers are MVP quality.
Burrow's definitely going to throw for more yards. That's not a question at all.
Yeah.
Maybe
I think
Burrow.
Burrow's the play. We're talking ourselves into it. I think Joe Burrow's the play.
He has a better floor, and I actually, you know what? He has a better floor. And they have a similar ceiling because Burrow he will come out and throw 4 or 5 touchdowns at times.
At times. Jacob, good luck with Burrow there. Judy, Mooney, Brown, start 2 half PPR. So sit 1.
Sit Noah Brown.
Okay.
For sure.
Pierce or Marvin Harrison in a standard league.
Marv, dude.
Yeah.
That's too far. I like the idea of Timbuktu, but that's too far.
Yeah. Irving, Harrison, Robinson, Connor need 2. I still go the first 2 here. I'm big on Bucky Irving this week.
Over James Conner.
Yeah. Minnesota, really tough run defense, man. Really, really tough run defense.
They are a pass funnel.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
That's why we're going to go the first 2. Bucky Irving, Harrison Jr. there. Goddard or Henry?
I have Hunter Henry ahead. Hunter Henry has been better than Goddard flat out. And
Goddard
had every opportunity. It was a good matchup. Devonta Smith was out, and he let us down. He had 19 yards. I'm so done with Goddard.
Okay. Plus, might have Devonta Smith back. Single entry. Would you rather play all the stud wide receivers or all the stud running backs? Wide receivers for me this week.
Yeah.
It's good value at the running back position. I have multiple lineups that have like Nico Collins, Puka Nacua, Cooper Kupp, like that whole crew in there. Because you just play David Moore at $3,500 in like your flex, and it opens up the rest of the field. So go play like Aaron Jones and Bucky Irving at running back and pay up for all the wide receivers.
Gus Edwards is 4,300 on DK.
Agreed. Flex PPR, McBride, Pollard, or McLaurin. I feel like we had a similar question earlier.
We did. Yeah, we disagreed on that. Yeah,
McLaurin.
I wanted Terry. Yeah, but McBride's not a bad play either. They're all good plays.
Go ask Malin in the Discord, Daniel. We're split on
you got to ask Malin in the Discord because we're split there. I have like Terry, and I'm a tight end guy, so typically I wish them McBride.
True. Last defense option for New England, narrow down to Indy, Minnesota, or New England. I can't play the Patriots defense. As sad as it's been, this is like the worst Patriots defense they've had.
They have one
good very
player.
long time. So
they have, so you have one great player in Christian Gonzalez, and then Kyle Duggar has not been healthy. And
White should be a really good defensive lineman. He started off really good, and then he's kind of phased out a little bit as well. Right. Keon White,
yeah. And Christian Barmore's back, but like, I don't know how much you're able to work out when you.
Richardson could throw interceptions today, and he does. He is.
So could Drake May, though.
Yeah, he's a turnover-prone player, but it's hard to trust New England defense ever. Minnesota has a good run defense. Their pass defense is pretty bad, but they generally hang around like 7 fantasy points. They don't ever get like torched.
No. The Cardinals are playing better. The offensive line's playing good.
I think it's Indy.
It's Indy.
Cardinals actually, I think today their first round picks playing, or one of their I saw a note today that an offensive lineman's making the season debut, like a rookie offensive lineman's finally playing for Arizona today. So,
yeah, I don't know who that was.
Whoever they had drafted, I think it was. Anyway, so I think
Johnson's been playing. I don't know who it would be.
Yeah, I gotta check the numbers. Morning, Sarah. Goddard or Pitts?
Is it Isaiah Adams?
Maybe. I gotta get the notifications.
I'm starting Pitts, dude. I hate Goddard.
Okay. Taysom Hill's a hill he's willing to die on?
I know, Skinny. You love Taysom. You're right. I was wrong. You're smart. I'm stupid.
Debo, Bateman, Leggett, Brooks, Bigsby need one.
Just one. I mean, you can't start Brooks, obviously.
I'm not starting Leggett. I think it's Leggett.
I'm starting Debo Samuel, if that's my team.
All right.
He's just the most talented player by far, and they all have question marks.
Leggett's been pretty good. I would play Xavier Leggett over Debo Samuel.
Okay. Weapon X, hit up Malin in the Discord. We've answered a lot of these questions. Every once in a while, we're going to disagree. I think that's healthy. Like if we agreed on everything,
what's the point of doing the show if we can't have a healthy debate, you know?
Exactly. So I personally would just start Debo. I think that they're going to scheme him up some handoffs, all that. But there is Leggett. Bryce Young's looked better. There's definitely an argument for Leggett too.
Yeah, good matchup versus Tampa Bay. 1 point PPR for Scott here. Bucky Irving, Marvin Harrison. I'm going to the first 2 here for Scott.
Yeah, we did this one already, and we agreed on that.
Tucson says, morning. Good morning to you. We got some spam. Our Lawrence, Levis, Young, Cooper Rush, Jameis Winston, or Cousins better play than Richardson. Well, no. Cooper Rush already played, so I can't play him.
No, they're not.
No.
Start Richardson.
Probably not. I mean, Jameis is always live because he throws 40 times. But
always live, but I mean, he's missing his guy, you know.
Yeah.
Cedric Tillman, no Cedric
Tillman. Jerry Judy's been legit. Richardson or Lawrence for Dan?
Richardson. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Gotta go Rich. Full PPR 10-man. Got to pick between James Conner, Terry McLaurin for the flex. I would go Terry here.
Terry, yeah.
Pick 2, Brian Robinson, James Conner, Gus Edwards, Taysom Hill, Adam Thielen, Brian Thomas.
First 2. Come on, right? Brian Robinson, James Conner. Gus has caught 1 pass this season.
Yeah, I wouldn't do Gus Edwards there.
It's the only one.
I think I'm doing Brian Thomas over Brian Robinson.
Why? Dude, he's the only show in town, and Brian Robinson's been good.
All right. I'm not bullish on that running game for them against Tennessee. And Brian Thomas was good last week with Mac Jones throwing the football. So Chubb or Hall?
I'm just starting Brees Hall.
Yeah,
Chubb's not playing any pass downs.
Yeah, I got to play Brees Hall.
Jerome Ford is basically Chubb is Derrick Henry, and Jerome Ford is Justice Hill, but they're not the Ravens. So that half of the job is not a good half of the job.
Half PBR of London, McConkey, or Evans. I'd play Evans
against the Panthers. Yeah,
and sure. Then flex Dell or Otten.
Well, if you can flex London and Evans and do that, but if you have to pick between Dell or Otten, then I would start Dell.
Yep. Adams or Vele? People really on the Vele train? WeaponX asked me about Vele in chat too because I didn't select him. I understand that he had he's had a good game the other day, but
he's never played more than 70% of the snaps or so. The only player that's played more than 70% of the snaps besides Cortland Sutton has been Josh Reynolds, and it was week 1. And Josh Reynolds might play today. And there were a lot of games where Josh Reynolds was playing that Devon Bailey was a healthy scratch.
Yeah.
So you have to keep
Devontae Adams. Let's not overreact to one good week versus the Raiders here.
Right. I think Josh Reynolds is going to play. People could get rug pulled on the Bailey business.
So I'm going to go Demario Douglas here over Adonai Mitchell. Douglas still on the field a lot, still getting targets. I don't know. Again, I don't trust Richardson to throw the football that well. So
right.
Stroud or Darnold? Going to go Stroud.
Stroud, yeah.
Debo versus Leggett. I already have McCaffrey. If that changes anything,
Guess it kind of does.
I still like Leggett. He's been playing fine. He's been getting
Leggett. Last couple questions here.
Drake May or Richardson?
I have to go Richardson there.
Okay, and then Hawkinson or Henry?
Hawk got up to a 68% snap share. I don't see any reason for that to go in the other direction. Hawkinson is back on the menu. So 3 weeks, he was under 50%. Now he gets up to 68%. Smooth sailing. And I like Henry too, but Hawk is locked in.
All right. That's all we got here. 2 stocks. We answered that question for you. Last one for Tim. Chuba or Brown? Gotta go Chase Brown here.
Chase Brown. Yep, easily. Absolutely.
All right. Good luck in week 13. Get us in the Discord. Remember, Black Friday sale going on. Take advantage of that today before it goes away. FantasyAlarm.com/Black Friday. Less than $16 a month for the year. Coop and I will be back next week. Good luck. We'll see you then.